This one might get me into a lot of trouble, but I'm starting to think that one of the main problems today is that men are being told what a real man is by a woman that had no father.
And why is that, Emily?
Oh, because women that don't have fathers tend to misunderstand men because they unfortunately have never had a healthy relationship with a man, which isn't her fault as a child, but it is her responsibility as an adult to recognize this and to not project that lack of relationship into all men are bad. Does that answer your question?
Why does that woman not have a father?
Oh, you wanted to turn it into another topic that you could blame men for. Some women don't have a father because her mom didn't want her to, or her dad didn't want her to, or maybe life just turned out that way and her dad died.
Did he abandon his family? Did he not live up to the responsibility of having a family? Did he unalive himself? Where's the man's responsibility in that?
Well, you only covered the times that only a man is responsible, so I'm starting to think there's a bias here.
Instead of answering those questions, women like this will attach themselves to the proximity and to the acceptance of vile men.
I'm sorry, did you just call my dad, my two older brothers, my fiance, and my son vile? Because they are in closest proximity to me.
She has accumulated over 3 million followers with these sorts of takes.
Takes a full raw truth that a lot of people have a hard time listening to.
And it's really interesting because as somebody who criticizes men often, who criticizes the patriarchy,
maybe it's because you don't have any men in your life that allows you to overly criticize men without any efforts to learning how they think.
Men see criticism as an attack to their fragile ego.
It's not that they have a fragile ego, it's that you're not making any efforts to know how they think or to understand them.
So a woman like this says, oh, I'm not like those other women. I'm not someone who criticizes you. I feel bad for your bruised ego.
I've never pointed at a woman and said, I'm not like those types of women. I just don't think that it's healthy or fair to criticize someone based on purely their gender. I do criticize actions and behaviors though, and I do see a lot of that on this app from women, unfortunately, that are unwilling to take accountability, and I understand that is hard to hear from another woman.
And what's even more interesting to me is that women are expressing how they want to be treated in relationships, how they want to be co-parented with, and men don't want to listen.
Good men absolutely do care about the woman that he's in a relationship with. He just doesn't care about the opinion of some strange woman on the internet trying to criticize men's gender as a whole.
And from my perspective, why would I ever want to be in a relationship with someone who doesn't want to listen to how I want to be loved, how I want to be invested in, and how I want to be cared for?
But do you want to be in a relationship with a man? I'm so confused.
There is a reason why she has accumulated so many followers. And
maybe we're getting somewhere.
Her comment section is actually my worst nightmare, because if you tell men what they want to hear from their toxic perspective, of course they're going to agree with you.
Oh goodness, I guess not. All I said essentially was that women that don't have healthy relationships with men and no history of a healthy relationship with a man shouldn't be telling men how to be a man. I actually think that the phrase be a man or man up can be quite harmful to men's mental health.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Women like Emily are a threat to other women, and they perpetuate violence against women.
To claim that this statement alone is tangibly harmful towards women is quite a reach. Maybe you're just pandering to your audience and projecting that. Food for thought.
I love these. Because now Emily got to go back and cook them. You want to stitch me with your stupid behind? Let me find your video and go ahead and cook you with your dumb understanding. Girl, go sit down.
Men are so funny. I love men. I just got myself into a little situation. I'll put a picture on the screen. I was doing Capricorn asking for help, and I got a 181-pound package stuck in my doorway. Saturday, so maintenance in my building isn't here. I'm not gonna call them in to help me lift a package. So I was like, let me go to the gym and recruit somebody. I was not going to interrupt somebody's workout. Trust, I have better workout etiquette than that. This tall man happened to be finishing his workout. I asked him to come up and help me. I showed him a picture, and he's like, oh yeah, I got you. He was confused as somebody who's 5'2", 115 pounds would try to lift a 200-pound package alone. Fair. It was a two-person job. He lifted it. I put the blanket under. It took us approximately 45 seconds to get the package in. Now, if this was a woman helping me, we would have said our goodbyes and she would have left. Second, the package is down. He immediately starts looking around. He goes, wow, that's a white couch. Honestly, no filter. Starts immediately walking through my apartment, scoping out all the rooms. I'm a single, small female living alone. Like, they just don't even think about things that we think about, but it's just so innocent and pure and funny and cute, in my opinion. He gave himself a tour. We talked about how his layout is the exact as mine, how he laid his furniture out. It's just So funny because like he's just gonna go back to his apartment and live his life. Don't know this man's name. We'll probably never see each other and never talk again. He knows exactly what my entire apartment looks like and like pretty much a lot about my life. Men are so simple and I just love them.
Hey, this is just a reminder that in the game of chess, the queen is the most powerful piece on the board. She is basically the rook and the bishop combined because she can move any direction she wants to for as many spaces as she wants to. Not even the king comes close to touching her abilities and her power. Just for whatever that's worth. Let that sink in.
This wasn't good, particularly because the people that actually knew how to play chess started commenting. The game doesn't end until the king falls. And then another one said, her job is to protect the king. Another person said, but the king is the most important. The queen is a joke, just like you. I think somebody else said one more here. If the queen gets captured, the game still goes on. If the king gets captured, the game is over. Take this down.
It's ironic you comment this when every girl's wish list for a guy is, I want a guy who makes me feel safe and builds me things and buys me things and can carry me to bed and I can call him daddy. Calm down, Electra. It turns out having parents who love you unconditionally is an ideal for any sort of relationship standard that you might have. If you think that being nice to your partner in a relationship is being his mommy, you're not a woman, you're a vampire. You basically just want to sit and take and take and take and give nothing. I am the prize. No one is worth becoming a chore. Your partners, and if you think doing anything nice for your husband or boyfriend is being his mommy, then you deserve to die alone. I shouldn't respond to comments when I've been drinking, but it genuinely frustrates me to see comments like this, where women want to treat their man the same way that Don Draper treated January Jones. You think being nice to a man is being his mommy, and you resent that because your mother didn't treat you correctly. You're too selfish and immature to give feminine energy to someone when you didn't get that feminine energy. And so what you're doing is you're taking it out on everyone around you. I call out toxic men all the time. This is a toxic female mindset. Men aren't multi-tools with tap to pay and a dildo attached. Grow up and be better or commit to being alone, but don't make it everybody else's problem.
Goddamn. Open that motherfucker. Where the f at, Kaya?
Stop.
I'm out here looking busted. My mom got me out here shoveling snow like I'm some man or something. What happened to the men that used to knock, the handsome young men that used to knock on your door and be like, oh, you want your walkway shovel? Where they at? I cleaned off half my car, can't even reach the top, so the top just got a foot of snow on it. I'm not built for this, cause I don't know nothing about this.
Hey, I was thinking we could pick up my boyfriend on the way.
You were thinking? Girl, count me in.
Huh?
I'll go, I guess. I don't really want to, but since I have to. Hey, Josh. Do you want to come here and get in the front seat?
I'm already in the front. What do you...
Like, I feel like guys maybe should be in the front, you know? Like, your longer legs. You need more room. Oh my god, I'm stuffed. That food was so good. Dessert? Josh? Me? I'm kidding.
I will fill up.
Kidding. This is so random, but guys, my ass has gotten so fat recently. Like, I could barely even fit these jeans earlier. Like, you should have seen me. I was like bouncing up and down trying to get my ass.
Okay, that's enough.
Approach men all the time. I have no problem with doing that. Like, I have no problem with doing it. Like, you can sit around and wait for a man to come to you, and that's cool if that's what you prefer. But if I see something or somebody that I like, why can't I approach him? That's something I can't do.
I like that.
Absolutely. I mean, because they like, nah. And I'm like, why?
Well, see, I have a different outlook on that because I don't think women are supposed to chase, right? And that's why a lot of these men are getting a little sassy or whatever. But if you like somebody, like I have seen a man that I liked, right? And I'm like, ooh, I got my eye on him. Prime example, golf course yesterday. I spotted him when I walked in the door. You hear me? Asked the people in the audience that was there. I say, oh, I'm getting his number. And he was like, who? I spotted him out. I pointed to him. I said, I got to stop talking to y'all because I need to go introduce myself to the group of people. And guess who gave me their number? The one I was interested in. Because when you see me, you going to look at me. I don't have to be assertive and be aggressive and approach you. You're going to look at me and want my number.
But you did it.
Life is so funny because, like, one day you're living in a $10,000 a month apartment and, like, getting to do whatever you want and eating at Michelin star restaurants all the time and going on a vacation to the Amman Hotel in Sri Lanka and then extending the trip and going to Singapore and staying at the Ritz-Carlton. And you're with this man who you think you're going to marry, and he's made you financially dependent on him over the course of the relationship. And then you get into a fight one night and he turns ice cold and cuts you off financially completely, and you have no cards because you've been using his card, so you don't have any money on you. And while you're sleeping, has his friend go over to the apartment that you guys have shared since like the lease began and moved in together, and like it was our apartment, and has his friend pack up all of your stuff and then drop it outside of your friend's apartment in his hallway. Says find your way back to New York, and it's January, so when I get back to New York I will have technically nowhere permanent to live. And there's absolutely nothing I can do because I wasn't on the lease, and he was calculating in that. And obviously this is partially my fault for making the mistake of becoming financially dependent on someone when I really didn't need to. Like, I had a career, I had tons of friends, I was happy. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, maybe he's not right for kicking you out like that, but the fact that he had his friend come get your stuff, his friend to do it instead of him doing it, but also what was the fight about? That would be interesting to hear.
So I was engaged to this guy. I was living in Florida with him. I broke off the engagement. I was moving back home to California, across the country with all my stuff. So it's like stressful. I'm at the airport and my sisters are picking me up, and this is how they picked me up.
I'd be surprised if that man didn't immediately go down to Miami.
Just in case you're curious what having a boyfriend is like, I was getting ready to go to dinner with my boyfriend, just fixing my lip liner, and he's like, wait, don't move, I want to take a picture of you. I'm over here thinking, oh, he's going to take like such a cute little picture of me doing my makeup in my vanity, and then he sends me this. I don't know what I was expecting, but I should have known. I should have known.
If you have a cold heart with a barrier around it, keep it that way, because it's an evil world out here. I'm making time to see you, spend time with you, just for you to brush me off. The opportunity you get? Damn. I understand I'm a handful, but you're not the best yourself. And yes, though, I don't blow you off just when I get sick of you. Grab your heart, crush it like this, and then crumble it like this. Speaking about crumble, have you guys seen next week's menu?
Modern women will nag and then be like, I did nothing wrong.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
You actually really cute. Can I get your number?
I would never give my number out to somebody who works at the Dollar Tree.
Okay, yeah, says someone who's getting conditioner from the Dollar Tree. This is $1. I hope you know.
$1.25.
Also $1.
This is actually better than most of the name brands.
Bar soap, also $1. Moisturizing hair lotion from the Dollar Tree. No wonder your hair is dry and ashy. Mega bowls from the Dollar Tree. Food, dinner. You hella bold for saying what you said to me. Buffalo style chicken and mac and cheese? You can't cook?
Man, it actually tastes kind of good. Like,
This bitch can't cook. Thank you for not giving me your number. Thank you.
what are you talking about?
Man, just hurry up and give me that $7 you about to spend. I know that's gonna break the bank. Oh, it declined?
I think that's the wrong card.
Like how you declined my number?
The wrong number.
Oh, guess who has money? The 9-to-5 guy, me with the Dollar Tree job. Yes, I could afford this. Here, on the house. Take it. Man, where you going? No, the bus isn't running this late. Assuming you don't have a car.
Sounds like modern women when they always think no matter what position they're in, they're still better than the dude.
Okay.
Definition of high value male. Go for it.
Based on 4 pillars. Pillar number 1, financial success. The second, someone who's well groomed. Third, someone who's verifiable. And then networked. Those are the 4 criteria.
My problems with it particularly are a few things. One of them is what determines a high value man is all of the things that you've labeled, none of them were characteristics.
Like qualities, soft qualities?
Qualities, honesty, ambitious, hardworking, determined.
Because in order to rise to the ranks of, let's say, a Fortune 500 company, in order to consistently make $100,000 a year plus,
There's capacity. That's one level for men that they do need to have. And then there's also characteristics. And those characteristics are going to be far better, especially when it comes to mate selection, because you could take a very successful, well-networked, but he could be about as masculine as a raccoon.
put that man on a dating app and put a man who has honesty and integrity, but not a great job, not making a lot of money, not in shape. Who's going to get more matches? Who has more leverage? Who has more bargaining power in the
Yes.
dating market? It is the first, not the latter.
What you're talking about isn't so much a dating market, more than it's a distortion of a dating market. Because if it was a dating market, people would be having children, getting married, engaging in long-term relationships. No, what you're describing is short-term usage of other human beings through platforms that make people think they're high value when really they're just insecure and deeply capable.
My man absolutely cooked. Everybody, all the men were thinking the same thing. Somebody in the comments said you left out respect, loyalty, integrity, and kindness. Period. Well, those wouldn't go great on a dating app. We know. We know. We know. That's what men keep on saying the problem is. Those things that actually matter are not being noticed by you modern. Anyway.
I had a 19-year-old boy ask me on a date last night, and I go, "Oh, I fear I'm too old for you." He goes, "Well, how old are you?" I said, "How old do you think I am?" As women do. And he goes, "I don't know, 21." I said, "Nope." I said, "I just turned 27." He goes, "Oh, wow, you look great for your age. Like I'm 50 years old." Thank you, Dylan, but no.
I put you at about a strong 32, 33.
So one thing that a lot of women my age need to stop doing is sitting up always trying to like use men for food and then like bragging about it like y'all doing something. Y'all don't understand that all of this stuff that y'all be doing is not doing nothing but making dating harder. It's a lot of men out here that don't want to court a woman, don't want to take a woman out, don't want to do nothing nice for a woman because they don't take y'all seriously, because y'all always trying to get over and finesse and play. And then y'all wondering why y'all can't find no type of genuine partner or no type of genuine love. And it's because y'all always playing. Nobody has time to be playing. And then y'all be being extra, trying to like take something home to y'all kids, trying to order 2 or 3 entrees. Like at this point, like y'all just be doing too much. Like go out to eat with your friends, or go find somebody that you really like that wants to take you out to eat. Or if you gon' play with somebody, at least be quiet about it. Because y'all keep on doing all this stuff, thinking y'all making somebody pockets hurt, thinking he tricking. Like a steak dinner is not tricking. And then y'all wondering why nobody takes y'all seriously. Like this stuff is like too much at this point. Like stop always trying to play and get over. Like you're not gonna find nothing good doing that.
I'm surprised that there aren't women in the comments talking about, has he picked you yet, sis?
And if it wasn't clear from my last video, I am single. So if you have dads, brothers, or uncles age 29 plus, my DMs are open.
Somebody on here said for me to keep my roast beef flap shut. You mind your business about my roast beef flaps. I'm out here at Arby's, okay? Mind your business.
What is going on with your nails?
I need a hot nerd. I need a hot, tall nerd. Hot, tall nerd that like hyper fixates on something.
I've gained some weight in the booty region, and I have definitely noticed that now when I talk to men like at clubs, like the second it gets remotely flirty, oh, there's a hand on my ass. Oh, you better watch it, mister. You better watch it. That bunda bites back. I might myself.
What do these modern women be on here talking about?
I have a genuine question that goes out to men. Well, more specifically, the boys out there that have not yet grown into their manhood. But do you think, that is all. Thank you.
I mean, by the very fact of you saying talking to men who haven't grown into men yet, maybe you haven't grown into a woman yet. So y'all deserve each other.
Crying over guys who weren't even paying bills? Ghetto! Crying over guys who weren't even doing anything for you? Tacky!
Anywhere. Literally anywhere. But my eyes or my hair. Thanks.
What?
Also, have men gotten sassier and like petty? Like, do men hate women?
real life. Do men hate women? Like, do you guys talk about it and you're like, I hate women? Because I feel like men have gotten more sassier and pettier, and like, you talk to somebody and like they get mad at you because you didn't send the first text. Like, what is going on? What is happening?
Or they just get mad because you don't put in any effort. So there's that too.
I feel like if you have to post on are we dating the same guy, you probably just shouldn't date that guy.
I mean, it could also be the fact that these women are trying to protect themselves. Maybe insecurity, maybe. But too many times, society, you can blame them for the way that modern women think about men as a whole. So it makes sense that they would continue to think that men are terrible, all of them.
People message me and they're like, Lizzie, I've tried your pickup lines, but I still can't get a Latina. Well, maybe you're just ugly.
So I'm about to go on a date with a guy that came to visit me at work on Friday for sunset drinks, whatever. But I just wanted to give him a little low-key subliminal message of the fact that, like, I know about the debauchery and I'm not found because men are crazy. I literally just got love bombed so hard. It's so crazy. I haven't even processed it. I'm unwell. But I wanted to give him like a little message that like I'm aware. So I'm gonna wear this. I think he'll get it. He built AI. He's smart.
It's funny that women will do this stuff and be like, oh, I was just joking. But if a man were to do this, then it would be a problem, and he should never. It's a red flag.
Right, but if you're a man and you watch me struggle to put my carry-on in the overhead compartment and you don't offer to help, jail. What is wrong with you?
That's crazy. One minute you're being strong and independent, the next you're begging for help. Interesting.